creativity. We get free, be me, work it effortlessly. Do what you love and then allow the prosperity. You got this. Make good, make it your own. You know you got the power in your mind, heart, body, and soul to grow dreams, grow faith, grow you. Create authentically in the garden of good. Live, and love. In a garden gonna dig big and trust. In the garden gonna create, elevate, celebrate, and love. To the garden. Love, feel the love from my heart to yours right now. Hello, welcome to the Garden of Good. I'm Amy Steinberg. This is my home in Asheville, North Carolina. Garden of Good, I'm so happy that you're here with us. It is such a pleasure to be home. I came to you from my mom's house last week, and it just wasn't the same with all my bells and whistles and all of my little videos and stuff. So welcome. Pets. The topic of the week is pets, which I'm excited about. I really am. And my book, Make Good, has all these different topics, and every week we use one of the themes. Why do we do this? Why are we gathering in the Garden of Good? The Garden of Good is here to nourish creativity and connection with contemplative play. We make good by showing up honestly and creating together. This is just do a little mission statement every week, something about it. Every 3 months, we enter another quarter. So we're in the heart quarter. So we're really mushy. We're really talking about the lovey-dovey stuff, like things like pets. Every quarter, I invite the gardeners to pick a root and a fruit, which we will share about in a bit. And for me, my first root this year is trust. And my fruit, I don't know what my fruit is going to be. It's trusting the creative process right now. And just a few things to, say for housekeeping: kindness first. If we're going to be doing some creativity, don't be judging up on yourself or anyone else. Just open you. That's where the joy is. Gardener's choice, meaning you get to choose what you want to do, what you don't want to do. The camera is always optional. And confidentiality, just to show you that I love to curse.
So before I start, I wanted to show y'all I wore in honor of Pets Night.
Happiness is a warm puppy.
So I just invite everyone to take a breath, or perhaps exhale first if you prefer that. And just recognize that you are right here, right now, in this present moment. Perhaps noticing your seat in the chair, your feet on the floor, the air moving in and out of your body as you breathe. And on this breath, I invite spirit. I invite that one power, one presence, one all-encompassing goodness. That which is love and joy and creativity. Source, Spirit, Mother, Father, God, Universe, Buddha, Allah, that which goes by many names, permeates and absolutely encompasses this space. Each one who is here is touched and held and known in, as, and through spirit. And as this goodness and love becomes known to me, I know also that I am that. I am goodness and love and joy. My lovingness, my goodness reaches out across all space and time to everyone in this circle and beyond. And I know this is true about me, and I know that it is true about each one here. And as we gather together in this beautiful, wonderful garden of goodness, this place where we will be honoring and knowing the love of our furry, feathered, scaly friends, I know that everything unfolds perfectly and beautifully in goodness, in love, in joy, in creativity, in togetherness. And everything about this evening will be exactly divinely perfect. And as I know all of this, I also will bring in to hold Leanne in love and light and know her perfect health and wellness. Knowing that anything that looks different from perfect health and wellness is dissipated, is banished. I am knowing that any pain that may be perceived is just washing away with the light of spirit and source, and the love that all of us are bringing to Leanne. And as I feel into this, as I know all of this, I am so grateful. I am just feeling the vibe of love and goodness permeate each one and just glow out of all of us. And so I let it go to law, as law. And together we can ground this truth by saying, and so it is.
And so it is. Thank you so much. That was absolutely fantastic. I have to say there has been a big change since I saw you last week because I'm home, and sometimes when you're with family, it can be challenging, but also since last week there has been such a big shift I can feel in the world, in the energy of the world. Do you all feel it? It's just wonderful. I think the combination of the we're moving into the year of the horse, and also this Super Bowl was just epic. The whole thing with the Bad Bunny, it was I don't know, it just gave me hope in the sectors that I needed some. So as we talk about our pets tonight, the word I wanted to sing was love, and I created this chant for us because I believe that singing is so important for creative expression. So this is a brand new chant, and I love it. I loved it so much that I recorded it. I'll play you the little recording that I made. It goes like this. Love is always with me. Love is where I stand. Love is always with me. Love is who I am. Love is always with me. Love is where I stand. Love is always with me. Love is who I am. Love is always with me. You getting it? Love is where I stand. Love is always with me. Love is who I am. Love is who I am. Love is always with me. Come on. Love is where I stand. Sing it. Love is always with me. Love is who I am. Love is always with me. Love is where I stand. Love is always with me. Love is who I am. And I always like to leave a little part where you could make it your own. You could love, 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 love. Love is all I am. Love is all I am. Oh, love, 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 love. Love, 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 love. Or you can keep going with love is always with me. Love is where I stand. La, 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 love is all. Keep it going. Do something different. Be weird. Love I am love, I feel love, I am loving. Love, I am love, I am so loving. Love, 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 la da do, la la love. Back to the top, come on. Love is always with me. Love is where I stand. Love is always with me. Love is who I am. All right, why not unmute for a moment? And as I continue playing, just speak things that you love into this space. It could be pets, but just bring in that energy of love.
Kittens. Puppies.
Spring.
Music.
This girl.
Oh.
Glimmer.
My grandson.
Adventures.
Life. The garden.
Nature.
Travel.
Love is always with me.
Eight.
Love is where I stand. Yeah.
Music.
Sleep.
Love is always with me. Love is who I
Chocolate.
am. Love is always with me.
Friends.
Love is where I stand.
Garden.
Love is always with me.
The
Love
garden.
is who I am. Love is who I am.
Yes. Love is always with me, for I am love. I am loving, and I am lovable too. I choose today to stand in love, to stand for love, and to practice love in my life. I live from my heart, following love's lead, and I am grateful.
Do we all have some gratitudes? Some gratitudes. Trusting, like in the moment, and really allowing when things come up to practice trusting. So that's kind of what I'm doing. And this morning, and really with the Garden of Good, I'm trusting so much. So I want you to open your book if you want, or I'm just going to read it to you. It's the page with pets, and I'll show you real quick the painting that's on there. It's Madame Le Grand Chaton. She is that inner black cat of mine that is a madame that loves to read tarot cards, that, you know, that black cat witch goddess woman inside of me. So I'm just going to read. It's really short. I read it to you to sort of share with you the stream of consciousness that came out when I wrote this book. It's one page, you guys. It's really short. We were at pets. We were a dog family. I remember when I was younger, when I was asked the question, dogs or cats? No brainer, obviously dogs. Duh. My mom said cats were dirty. And when I was younger, cats kind of scared me. They still do sometimes. Then I dated someone with a cat. Aiko was a rescue from a hurricane down in Miami. He was weird as hell. He stared at the wall and drooled. I think he was traumatized from the storm. Anyway, I fell in love with his weird drooling ass. Next, we got a young cat from the Humane Society we named Duty Dot. Yep, Duty Dot. Still the coolest cat I've ever had the pleasure of meeting and feeding. I'm now officially a cat person. I still love dogs, of course, but I have had a few cats now. There's Poppy, who I got when Duty Dot died. Devastating. Poppy is a wild indoor-outdoor cat who I got to be a mouser. She's a badass and brings me dead things. I adore her. I also have Sebastian, who was given to me by my ex-partner when she moved to Hawaii. Wasn't supposed to be forever, but I get it. He's mine now. And most recent addition to the cat fam is Baby Cat, a tortie with some serious tortitude. It is so good to change your mind about stuff. So now when people ask cat or dog, I say I'm bipetral. Write about your pets and a good memory or good vibes from your experiences with animals. So I'm actually not going to have you write about pets to start. We're going to start with... Okay, so if you want to take a moment right now to try to find an empty toilet paper roll in your house, if not, you can use just a piece of paper and just draw. but I'll show you what we're going to make. We're going to make little grat cats. They're so silly, but it's so cute. Okay. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to make gratitude flowers that are going to go on our little grat cats. And what I'm doing is I'm doing my flowers on 2 different color sheets of paper. I'm going to make 2 different sets of flowers. Okay. You don't have to do that, but I would say get 2 pieces of paper and fold them both in half long ways. This is a lot of experimenting, by the way. A lot of experimenting. So like that. Yeah. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to make very simple I'm going to make four lines for stems and then 3 lines. 4 lines and 3 lines. So you could also just make 4 and 4, but the idea was that one would be bigger than the other. And on each of these, on my lighter color, I'm going to make tulip tops. So I'm going to start with just basically circles like this. I'm just going to do this quickly, and then because you'll be doodling these while I give you a little talk. So I'm just going to show you really quickly how to make a tulip. So what you do to make a tulip is you just will make the circle maybe with the lighter color, just like a big circle, big oval. And then I'm going to show you with this one, just kind of a line down the middle of it, almost like that. See a line down the middle and then around it. And they don't have to be fancy, or you can make a tulip however you want to make a tulip. It's just a simple flower shape. Could be a big V on top like this. Okay. But each one of these represents a flower of gratitude that you have, that you have in the garden of your mind. Things that you've just written that you're grateful for, you can sort of think about as you're doodling these. I'm doing this really fast just to show you. You don't have to be this fast. Okay? So this is going to be 1 page, something like this. Take your time with it. On the second page, again, there's no rush on this. I'm just giving you the simple direction. It's the same thing. You're going to do 4 and 3. And you can do whatever you want. I did sunflowers like this. Or little like yellow flowers with orange and then dots for my little make-believe one, but this afternoon. But for tonight, I'm going to go with purple stems and blue like this. And you can do whatever you want, just flowers. And these represent the gratitude that you have in your garden. All right? This is such a silly little exercise, but it was so fun this morning, so I figured they'll like this little. This is supposed to trigger your inner child, letting go of any perfection, just kind of scribbling and doodling and making these flowers on this paper like this. Like this. Well, Vicki, you can come back and we're going to do something that's less, engaging if you want. This is just a little tiny, teeny talk while you make your flowers, while you doodle your gratitude flowers. Those are flowers why they're gratitude flowers is because gratitude grows. It really grows us. Let me see about this little talk that I wrote for you. I gotta open it up for you. Pets and the power of love. That was My little love is so makes me do. Little ditty that we sang. It's because love has been on my mind. It's been in my heart lately, this love thing. And tonight, I want to start my little talk with this true story about a pet. You may have heard this story before, but it's a true story, and it takes place in Tokyo, Japan, in the early 1920s. There was a dog named Hachiko. It was an Akita with thick fur, steady eyes, a deep bond with his person. His person was a university professor named Hitsaburo Ono. I'm probably not pronouncing that correctly, but he taught at the University of Tokyo. Every morning, Professor Uno left his home and walked to Shibuya Station, one of the busiest train stations in the city. And every morning, Hachiko walked with him. They had a shared rhythm. The professor would board the train, and Hachiko would turn back toward home. Then every afternoon, at the same time, Hachiko returned to the station. He positioned himself near the entrance, watched the crowds, waited for that one face that mattered, and this happened every day. Until one day in 1925, Professor Uno suffered a sudden cerebral hemorrhage at work, and he died unexpectedly. He never returned to the station. But Hachiko didn't know that. So the next afternoon, Hachiko went back to Shibuya Station, and he waited. And the next day, he returned again, and he waited. Days passed. Weeks passed, months passed. Hachiko kept coming back at the same time every day, watching the crowds pour out, the train scanning faces, trusting love. People began to notice. At first, commuters were confused by the dog who appeared every afternoon and never left. And then they began to recognize him. Some fed him, some protected him, some learned his story. Newspapers wrote about him. He became known in Japan as a symbol of devotion. And still, day after day, Hachiko returned to that station for nearly 9 years. In 1934, when Hachiko was still alive, a bronze statue was erected at Shibuya Station in his honor, and Hachiko attended the unveiling. And today, the statue remains one of the most famous meeting places in Tokyo, a monument not to obedience, but to love that stays. And when we hear that story, something in us recognizes it as sacred. Because this kind of love is deeper than logic. And that's the kind of love that pets bring into our lives. They give us this love that knows how to remain. So when we talk about love in spiritual spaces, it's easy to be abstract, but pets make it embody. It breathes, it shows up, it sits by us. It's the kind of love that does something inside the body. And science has actually taught us this. Research supported by the National Institutes of Health show that when humans interact with animals, their levels of oxytocin rises. And oxytocin is often called the bonding hormone or the love hormone. It's associated with trust, connection, and emotional safety. As oxytocin increases, stress hormone decreases, heart rate settles, blood pressure softens, love reorganizes the body. Studies from Harvard Medical School also show that people who live with pets experience reduced anxiety, less loneliness, and improved emotional regulation. I mean, these things are obvious, right? But it's good when we put words to it. And so what this pet love does is physiological. It creates this mind-body healing coherence. And spiritually, that makes perfect sense because if you think about it, animals live fully in the present moment. They respond to what is. They rest when it's time to rest. They move when it's time to move. Being with an animal brings us back into our bodies without effort. It's presence. It's meditation without any kind of technique needed, right? That's healing. It's also a growing understanding in both science and spirituality that healing is relational. We regulate each other. We influence each other. That's why things like the Garden of Good are so important, that we connect with each other. We can do it alone. We can find these things, we can create our own oxytocin, but we get even deeper with each other and with humans and animals. And it's not one-sided. Like, we offer food and shelter and safety, and they offer grounding, attunement, companionship. It's this shared field of care. And I find it fascinating. I find it amazing that our animals will sit with us when we're grieving. They'll stay close with us when words can't help. Their presence can change the atmosphere of the room. They don't try to fix us. They're just with us. And that's that love that heals. And in the Garden of Good, we talk about cultivating what nourishes life. And pets nourish us through love that is steady, love that is embodied, love that knows to stay, how to stay. Not necessarily actually stay. My Ollie isn't great with commands, but they remind us that we belong, that connection is real, that love doesn't have to be complicated. And when we experience that kind of love, something in us remembers how to trust again. So tonight we bless the animals who have walked with us, those with us now, those who have shaped us with us forever, those who live in our bodies. May we carry them, their way of loving, into our own lives. May we show up. May we be present. May we love generously. And may the Garden of Good continue to grow, rooted in love, watered by presence, and shared with all beings. This was not something I found. This is my own mind. I wanted to do a kitty cat toilet paper roll. So I'll show you. Now, you don't have to cut it out, but I did cut mine out. And what I did was, you could make like a little cat guy, right? And then directly behind it, you make the tail. So the tail goes around like that. So there's the tail, and then it goes around to the cat. And what you can do is cut out anything around the cat. So, where's my scissors? I can show you mine. So goofy, such a cutie. But look at this little guy. You see him? So he's like a mini little vase for our flowers. He's a grat cat. And what I was thinking is that, and it's not the easiest thing to cut these out. So like what I do is like cut down here and then cut across once I've cut. You just kind of mess it up and then try again, Doesn't have to be pretty. Again, a lot of the stuff that we do here, we're not trying to make good art. We're just created. We're just being creative with our, this literally is not like 5-minute crafts. This is like Amy's weird brain showing you how silly it is and how easy it is to just come up with an idea. And why a toilet paper roll and why a gratitude cat? I don't know, but it just felt like the right thing to do. Because I also love little things to sit around, So there he is. And now I thought, you're probably still cutting your guy. My gratitude cat, this first one was kind of ugly, so I am Grat the cat. I'm the Grat cat, it says on it. I thought it might be fun to sort of make the cat striped or polka dotted. So I'm going to stripe my cat right now. I'm just going to make stripes like this first around it. You see? Just really making lines that seem like stripes, like maybe that seem like fur. And I'm doing black. And I'm going to do, darker colors like maybe brown or orange. Because it's brown cardboard, so. And I'm just thinking about how grateful I am for my pets. And if you want, as we're doing this, you can unmute and you can just speak into the room the name of your pets that you've had across the years.
Harley.
Cosmo and Willow and Bailey and Romeo and Mary Lou.
I'm making my
Chinook,
fur.
Samson and Delilah,
Mister.
Callie,
Forrest.
Saul,
Lady and Trampers, Cleo and JJ, Sweet Pea and Daisy, and now Luna Lou.
So you know that cat eyes are sort of like curved up, right? So when you make your cat eyes, you can make them kind of curve up. You can make them as pretty, as simple, as complicated as you want. I'm making them, and then the nose is like a triangle with the point down. I'll show you mine here. I give some whiskers. This is my Grat Cat. And my Grat Cat doesn't have any feet, so you can give him some feet too. Just kind of cut. Let me just draw those in if you want. Pause. This is not my greatest art, but
Will you show the side?
it's just kind of like cut out, right?
Okay.
See?
Oh, I cut off its tail.
Yeah. Oh, you cut off its tail. It's okay. You can glue it on, or it could be tailless. There's some tailless cats. As long as you have the circle for your flowers. We haven't done anything cutting out in a while, and I thought it might be fun to cut out some stuff. So, all right. So you can put your cat aside.
Oh, not
And
yet.
you can
Not
get
yet.
your two things
No.
of flowers out and cut each page in half. Like this. And you can do this, you can cut out as much or as little as you want. But the idea is that, I'll show you this from earlier today that I did, is you cut it out, you cut out most of the stuff around it, but you leave them connected so you can roll them up and stick them in your little toilet paper roll, right? This is making sense. So, and you can cut as specific to the flower as you want, or, if you have petals, you can cut around it, or you can just sort of like half cut around it. Doesn't matter. But what would be cool is if after you cut them out, on the back side of each of them, you wrote something along the lines of gratitude, or I am grateful, I am growing, whatever you might want to write on the back, so that there are these little, and as you roll them up, this is not my best work, but this is just fun. You stick them in to your Grat Cat. Oh, Amy, what have you done? So goofy. I think part of the reason I like to do things like this are just to kind of model for you that, the imagination you don't have to be Picasso. You can just kind of play. And that's kind of why the sort of statement of purpose today was connected to play. Because what makes you feel more play than with your pets, This might be one of the weirder. It's a little weird. But however you put them close together as you roll them up, if you roll them up together, kind of a mess. I don't know. It was fun earlier. I don't know if it's really working for you, but and as many as you want, you can put in. Is anybody having success with this? This will be a really weird first garden. So Stephanie, hang in there. I hope at least your
Having
inner
fun.
child is triggered in a good way to be able to play with yourself in some way. Or Stephanie, where you coming to us from?
Vancouver Island, Canada.
Vancouver Island, Canada. Are you from Lucia's church?
No, I'm not, but I know her.
Okay, how did you find this?
Wendy Erlanger.
Oh, Wendy.
Oh,
We miss Wendy. We haven't seen her in a minute.
I see there's somebody from Olympia, which I think is pretty close to me.
Yep. Not too far, just south of the border.
Well, now you got a friend on the island.
Nice.
I love it. I want to come back. I was just there. Stephanie, were you there when I was there?
It was not.
Oh, it was
that-
so special. I want to come back. I did
It's a great place. Was it
concert.
recently that you were here?
It wasn't that long ago, but it wasn't. It was like a year ago, I think.
Oh, well, yeah,
year
you're due
ago.
to come back then.
That's where I met Wendy. All right, so I have done mine. I think this is kind of a mess, but hopefully your inner child was triggered. I know it's a mess. Look at Martha's face. Look. Okay. All right. You guys want to move on to something else, or you want to stick on this for a minute?
No, we gotta finish.
Yeah, I'm not done.
Gotta finish. All right. Well,
Play us a song.
I was gonna say, what could I share with you? But I was thinking about what if we all thought about either a cat or a dog or a pet or of some kind that we had that has passed, or one that's alive, and we write them a poem. Because in the book, in the Make Good book, it says pet poetry go or something like that. So I was like, okay, Amy, challenge accepted. And I wrote a poem. I'm going to read you my poem about Tiki. You guys know Tiki, my dog that passed. I had a little chihuahua. This is my Tiki poem. Okay. I'll read it to you, and then you're going to write your poems, and we're going to share them. Tiki. The tiniest, blackest furball you've ever seen. An appendage. My love. My familiar. I visit your grave with Ollie, the busy boy I bought to fill the hole you left. He doesn't fill it. He only builds a new chamber in my heart that will impress forever once he's passed. My Tiki, you are not missed because you live in me. You are forever. You and me were the best connection one can have with anything or anyone. A oneness, a love so obvious it annoyed anyone outside of it. But we always let everyone in, didn't we, Tiki? That's what we do. We love. And then there's a little scribble of Tiki at the bottom. So I was writing it, and I was feeling really emotional when I wrote it. So I kind of thought maybe I'd give you guys a moment to write a little poem, a little pet poem about
Chinook, you are and always will be a part of me. Time doesn't distance us, it deepens our love.
So lovely, skittish Toby, you are one of a kind. Running, darting, quick to move, what a lovely, gentle find. Once you lived on the street. As a kitten you came home. Now adopted in a safe place. Now you don't need to roam.
not such common pets, but pets that a lot of kids wish they could get, you know? Little kids see a bunny and they, oh, I wish I could have a bunny. And bunnies, of course, represent abundance. So I thought, abundance, the bunny. What we're going to do is we're going to use these little drawings to percolate these energies that we want to create. So next to your bunny, I want you to write all of the things that you would like to attract more abundance in your life. So, an abundance of. And this would be a great time actually to unmute if you wanted to and just shout them out into the room. Things you want to create an abundance of in your life: love,
Peace.
money, friends, peace, energy, connection. What do you want an abundance of?
Laughter.
Laughter. Okay, the second thing I want you to draw from your memory is a horse. This one's harder. I know, right? From your memory, what does a horse look like? Mine was so bad this afternoon. I think I'll do better the second time. I just have a feeling. I still haven't even looked at a picture of a horse. I feel like my horse looks like a dinosaur.
Me too.
Oh my God, I was just thinking the same thing. Mine does look like a dinosaur.
Oh,
And underneath your horse, I want you to write action. Action.
oh.
Tell me what is it?
Mine looks like a
Yeah,
unicorn.
mine's not very good. My horse is not very good. But you know what? This is about your memory. And, seeing if you can remember, like, what does a horse look like?
It's so bad.
It's so bad.
It's so bad.
And
Can I draw?
next to that action horse, because we're entering into the year of the horse, which is this year of action, activity. So what do you want more action, more activity?
Moving. Organization.
Travel?
Organization.
Or actions are travel, huh?
Travel.
Good. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I loved organization too. That was good.
Yeah.
And I know that who here wanted a horse or ever had a horse?
Had a horse.
Anybody here ever had? Who did?
I did. I had horses.
Oh wow, Cindy too.
I did too.
Cindy and Kim.
Mhm.
Wow,
Yeah.
that seems like a lot of people out of a small amount of people had a horse. That's like the dream, right? Kids to have ponies.
My pony bit me. Daddy sold him.
I was
But we
knocked
had
off a
horses.
horse once and it scared me. I remember thinking I was scared of them. I'm coloring in my bunny and my horse too, if you.
What other actions? All I have is travel.
I have exercise, I have
Oh.
organization,
Dancing.
Walking,
dancing,
Gardening.
good. Walking. I like walking.
playing,
Dancing. Yes.
Swimming.
Playing is good.
Oh, gardening.
Swimming.
Swimming is lovely.
Okay.
All right. So our final animal that is a pet that a lot of people have wanted, that you're drawing from memory, that I would never want one of these, but many people have them, is a snake. A snake. From your memory, draw a snake.
I have a lot of room left on my paper.
You're supposed to think ahead of 2 things or 3 things, but you can just make another page. There's no rules here. Your snake can take up a whole page. And underneath your snake,
Curl.
yeah, it can curl around. It can slither up through your other characters.
Yeah.
And underneath your snake, you're going to write shed. Now, see, apparently we are leaving the year of the snake right now, which is all about shedding, letting go. So what are some things that you want to shed?
Self-doubt.
Time.
Yeah.
What was that?
Self-doubt.
Self-doubt. I love that.
Limitations.
Yes.
Perfectionism.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Overdoing.
Overextension. Yeah.
Overthinking.
Mm,
Mhm.
that's
Over
good.
explaining.
Yeah.
Ooh. Negative people.
Absolutely.
Judgment.
Ooh.
Yes, ma'am.
Did you say regiment?
Judgment.
Oh, judgment.
Right
Thank you.
after I said negative people. Right after I was judging.
Complaining.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Expectations.
Mm.
So this is what my little page looks like. Ooh, I love it. Quiet tonight. Oh, look at your snake has a very straightforward. Oh, wait, I wish it wasn't so.
Pony.
Yeah, those are good.
Funny. Oh,
Those are good if you're new.
look at those.
I knew they were going to be really good. Look at that. That's from your memory. Is love is always with me, and that is connected to my root, which is trust, right? And there's a little tiki down there in the corner, remembering that love is always with me. So I'm going to invite you to take a moment to write your affirmation card for the week, maybe something that lines up with something that we did tonight, or something that has to do with pets. I am nurtured. I am something having to do with your root. If you can, tie it into your root. So I want to very quickly encourage you to give to the Garden of Good if you want. It's a love offering situation. So everything that I make is on faith. I'm flying on faith. I'm flying on faith. Feel free this week to give a lot. I mean, hey, help me pay my bills. It's great. Gardengram. I would love it if you would send out a gardengram this week to one of your fellow gardeners. A little note, a little something, a little picture of you and your pet, who is not here tonight because she's busy getting ready for her art show / sale. And it is this Friday here in Asheville. I'll be there. I hope that you'll meet me there, Cindy. You can't go. Oh, bummer. Well, also tomorrow night, are you in town, Cindy? Are you in Asheville? Tomorrow night, I will be giving tarot card readings at the Trunk Show right across from Mellow Mushroom. If you happen to go downtown, not tomorrow, Thursday. Okay, home play this week. Gratitude lists every day. Write a gratitude list. Why not? Start a root journal. I want us to start this, okay? So get yourself a little something to record your root moments. So in other words, anytime I feel like I'm trusting, anytime I'm stepping out on trust, I'm going to jot it down. This is when I trusted there. This is when this thought came up and I practiced trust. Like, where are you practicing expansion? Where are you practicing self-unconditional love? Where are you practicing these things that we're talking about? I wrote, do something creative for your Valentine. If you have a Valentine, do something creative. Make an old school little Valentine for them. Cut out a heart. Find a little craft. And if not, be your own Valentine. Do something sweet for yourself. Maybe if you eat sugar, buy yourself your favorite candy. Celebrate Valentine's Day. It's a day of love. I absolutely love it. Thank you so much for coming to the garden tonight. Thank you so much for your generous offerings, energetically, physically. Thank you for posting on the Facebook page, for sending out garden grams, for making your gratitude lists, for rippling out good into the world. As always, if you'd like to stick around for a little chit chat after the outro, you're more than welcome to do so. If not, I hope you have a fantastic week, and I look forward to seeing you next week. I love you. GOG, garden of good creativity. We get free, be me, work it effortlessly. Do what you love and then allow the prosperity. You got this. Make good, make it your own. You know you got the power in your mind, heart, body, and soul to grow dreams, grow faith, grow you. Create authentically in the garden of good. Live